Thomasine Bennett was born in 1949. At a senior nursing home, she apparently met a man by the name of Walter Mack Clark. And so he was born December 18th, 1953. He had actually been married for 23 years before getting divorced in 2015. He also was a diabetic and had been amputated due to said diabetes, and then the two apparently had started dating. On the fateful day of February 16th, 2017, Thomasine would apparently invite Walter over at her place. She then apparently would beat him for the next day and a half with a metal baseball bat. Apparently there was an publicly unnamed person who apparently had witnessed all this. However, apparently they were a habitual drug user, so the police apparently had tried to discredit their claim that they had witnessed all this, and they apparently tried to say that they did not do drugs on the day this had happened. And so I guess eventually that person had left Thomasine's house, and so Thomasine would originally put Walter in a closet. And so then police eventually come by Thomasine's house, and she actually goes to the closet where Walter's being held at, where Walter's now deceased body's at, and she shows him his body, while his body is apparently in the fetal position. She claims that Walter tried to make her do a drug referred to as the love boat, which essentially is a marijuana joint dipped in PCP, formaldehyde, or embalming fluid. So it's usually one of those three. And then apparently she also tries to claim that he proposed on Valentine's Day, so 2 days before the attack, and that she was tired of taking care of him, and apparently claimed that he was even fooling around with other women. So Walter, surprisingly, was actually still alive when the police found him, but however, he was sadly died at the hospital. She originally was charged with intent to kill, which I assume that's when he was still alive. And then once an autopsy was done on Walter and it was found that he died from blunt force trauma, then her charge was upgraded to murder. However, she only gets sentenced to 10 years on a plea deal of involuntary manslaughter.